Tonight, the biggest joint operation of B-1B Lancer bombers and F-35 stealth jets in modern history begins. A lightning-fast night strike to completely dominate and erase the Iranian blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, so the world's most critical shipping lane flows free once again. At forward U.S. air bases in Bahrain and the UAE, the night is charged with purpose. In the brightly lit hangars, B-1B Lancer crews work with focused intensity, loading massive strings of 2,000-pound JDM bombs into the supersonic bomber's rotary launchers and external pylons. Forklifts rumble across the concrete as each heavy weapon is carefully locked into place, arming wires connected and final safety pins removed with steady hands. The B-1 crews sign their mission cards one by one, strap on oxygen masks, and climb into their cockpits while the engines begin to spool up with a deep, thunderous growl that shakes the ground beneath their feet. At the very same moment, F-35 stealth jet pilots, led by Lieutenant Sarah Klein, are signing their time cards at the operations desk, reviewing target packages on glowing screens, and walking with quiet determination to their fully armed aircraft. Every F-35 sits ready in the hangar with precision-guided munitions loaded, stealth coatings double-checked, and fuel tanks topped off to the last gallon. Lieutenant Klein runs her final pre-flight checklist with calm precision, gives a crisp thumbs up to the ground crew, and climbs into the cockpit. One by one, the F-35s taxi out under red night lights, their sleek shapes disappearing into the darkness as they prepare to lead the strike. Captain James Harlan, the overall mission commander, walks the line personally, speaking to every B-1 and F-35 pilot. His voice is steady and clear as he reminds them why they are here tonight. 20,000 U.S. Marines and Rangers are already boarding C, 17 Globemasters for the airborne follow-on assault. Chief Petty Officer Marcus Hayes gives his Ranger teams one final brief before they rig their parachutes and climb aboard, the weight of the mission visible in every determined face. The operation launches. The B-1B Lancers accelerate down the runway and vanish into the night sky at supersonic speed, their afterburners cutting bright trails against the stars. Moments later, the F-35 stealth jets launch in total silence, invisible to radar and moving like ghosts. The two forces converge over the Persian Gulf in perfect coordination. At exactly 2 o'clock, the strike begins. The B-1 Lancers scream in low and fast, releasing devastating strings of JDM bombs that rain down on Iranian blockade positions. The night sky erupts in a rolling chain of explosions as missile launchers, radar sites, and command bunkers are obliterated in seconds. At the same instant, Lieutenant Sarah Klein's F-35 streak through the darkness, delivering precision-guided strikes that tear through every remaining anti-air defense and control center with surgical accuracy. The Iranian blockade is completely dominated. Launchers collapse in flames, radar towers vanish in fireballs, and the entire defensive line is shattered within minutes. While the sky burns with relentless fire, 20,000 U.S. Marines and Rangers begin jumping from the C-17s. Parachutes bloom across the night sky like silent white flowers as Chief Petty Officer Marcus Hayes leads the ground assault onto the now-destroyed coastline. The combined air and ground operation is overwhelming. Iranian forces have no time to react or regroup. By the time the first hint of dawn touches the horizon, every single blockade position near the Strait of Hormuz has been wiped out. The lane is completely open and the blockade no longer exists. The first oil tanker sounds its deep, triumphant horn as it sails safely through the strait for the first time in weeks. Dozens more follow, their crews waving toward the American aircraft still circling overhead like silent guardians. The world's most important shipping route is free again, its waters calm and clear under the breaking light. Captain James Harlan watches the first tankers pass, while the USS Tripoli, LHA-7, provides alternate extra support for command, logistics, and rapid response throughout the entire night operation. Lieutenant Sarah Klein touches down after her final run, the canopy popping open as the deck crew rushes forward. Chief Petty Officer Marcus Hayes raises the American flag on the secured ground. 20,000 U.S. Marines and Rangers stand tall under the rising sun, rifles resting easy for the first time in hours. Golden light bathes the destroyed blockade sites as Captain Harlan walks among his troops, shaking hands with Lieutenant Klein and Chief Hayes. Exhaustion mixes with pure, hard-won pride on every face. The American flag flies high over the coastline. The Hormuz blockade that once threatened global trade is gone forever, reduced to silent rubble. As the sun climbs higher, Captain Harlan stands on a high overlook reflecting on every supersonic bomb run, every stealth strike, and every parachute jump that made this victory possible. The weight of command finally lifts from his shoulders. In the cockpits, on the ground, and aboard the ships, troops share stories and quiet laughter. The B-1 and F-35 crews who dominated the night have already become legends in their own lifetimes. Night falls once more across the Persian Gulf. Navigation lights glow like a constellation of success as the task force sails westward. The Strait of Hormuz, once blocked and deadly, now lies peacefully and permanently open behind them, its waters carrying the future of global trade once again. At dawn the next morning, the full force sails home in perfect formation under a brilliant clear sky. 20,000 United States Marines and Rangers stand tall on every deck, the rising sun painting their faces with golden light. The B-1 Lancers and F-35 stealth jets that dominated the blockade have written another shining chapter in military history. Captain James Harlan's voice carries across every channel one final time. Mission complete. The blockade no longer exists. The Strait of Hormuz is open. We are coming home. The American flag snaps proudly in the morning breeze. Freedom sails on.